Plenty of clouds and showers on Friday. Strong to severe storms, though, later Friday night. Good Thursday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, you can see from the Ultimate Doppler radar presented by Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair, East Tennessee's #1 tire shop and auto repair since 1953, that we have a dry scan, but we have some coloring in the Smokies that refer to high wind watches. Now, we're going to continue to watch the winds develop across the entire area, but they could be clocking in around a 65-mile-an-hour gusts in the higher elevations Friday evening right through 11 o'clock Saturday. But the sustained winds would be 25 to 40. That is the expectation from the National Weather Service in Morristown, and I think that's fairly consistent with a lot of the data. Now, notice the winds are also going to be a factor in Brown in West Tennessee. Also, more thunderstorms popping up in parts of Arkansas and sliding into southwestern Missouri at this particular hour. But notice the big fire dangers, right? The fire spread in red. Those are the fire warnings because of low relative humidity and strong winds. There's some concerns in parts of North Texas and Oklahoma that fires could get out of control pretty easily. Our high temperature today hit 70 degrees. I was expecting 67, but said this morning that if we were closer to 70, it would not surprise me. Normal high would be 66, the record high 84 from 1998. Now, 35 was a very cold start with some frost this morning. 67 the high today in Newport. It was 66 Crossville. They made it into the lower 70s today in Athens and Tellico Plains, and I would imagine Madisonville as well. 68 in La Follette. Looking around the state, even warmer. 75 in Memphis, 74 Jackson. It was 74 today in Chattanooga. Now tomorrow, because of the clouds and because of the rain opportunities, most of us will stay in the mid to upper 60s. Now it's still mostly clear tonight. Not going to see much change, but as we slide into the overnight, the clouds will be on the increase and some rain may greet you just around sunrise tomorrow. Showers and storms on Friday will give way to some storms, but strong to severe storms late Friday night, most of this occurring in the pre-dawn hours of your Saturday. We're talking like 1 to 5 a.m. Could start to unravel around 11 p.m., but I think there's a 6-hour window from 11 p.m. Friday to about 5 a.m. Saturday that we'll be watching very closely. But meanwhile, as our gusty winds continue, even though the sun pops out for 90% of Saturday, we're going to find those gusts of wind, especially in the afternoon, 45 to 50 miles per hour. More on that illustration here in a moment. So here's what I expect to be the issues. High chance that we get some winds tomorrow night, 45 to 60 plus. If we have a severe thunderstorm warning, it would be in excess of 60 perhaps. But no large hail. The tornado risk is very low. It's about 2% for the plateau and 0 elsewhere. And then there's a medium chance we get some locally heavy rain. Again, best chance will be the plateau, where you could probably exceed well over 1 inch of rain. But the time frame has not changed for me. It's 11 p.m. Friday, a slow start, but then it really gets underway 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m., and it should be tapering off by 5 o'clock in the morning. And then we'll see how things unravel once the sun comes up with the winds, because they'll be coming back, particularly in the afternoon. But here's the wind gusts. This kind of outlines how this will play out. Very light winds through 7 a.m. tomorrow. No, hardly any wind at all, but the winds are already busy in the western and middle part of the state. By midday tomorrow, still under 10 miles an hour, hardly any wind as projected here. But if we slide into the afternoon, 5 o'clock, yeah, it's getting to be breezy, but not that bad. I mean, just 20 miles an hour. It's not like it's 48 miles an hour gusting in Memphis, but that eventually comes here. Watch as we head into 11 p.m., 18, 52 Nashville, 25 at 1 o'clock in the morning, and 41 Nashville, Chattanooga. And you can kind of see that the progression of this brings it up about 47 there, 3 a.m. Can we get any higher? Oh, there's 52. There you go. 4 o'clock in the morning, the brunt of the winds coming through in East Tennessee at 4 in the morning. Well, many of us are asleep, but the winds could cause some issues for power. It could flicker. We could lose power. So make sure your phones are charged and have the Captain Accurate Weather app with Pete Michaels Traffic. 9 o'clock in the morning Saturday, a little bit of a pullback. Even look at 28, you go, that's not that windy, but maybe still breezy. But watch what happens in the afternoon. Comes right back. Little brown area, 57 mile per hour gusts in Charleston, West Virginia, 55 Jackson, Kentucky, 49 Knoxville. Well, surely it's going to stop at 1 p.m., isn't it? Maybe not. There's 2 p.m., 55 Johnson City, 49 Knoxville. So I have this as 45 to 50. Even in the afternoon, sun's full force. We got nothing but full on sunshine by 4 o'clock and through most of the afternoon. All the storms are out of here before sunrise. So the winds are going to be howling in some cases long after the system is gone, but behind the front, the winds pick up again. And then we start to see it begin to decrease as we head into the latter part of the afternoon, evening. There's midnight Sunday, and it's back to reality, back to earth with less than 10-mile-an-hour gusts on Sunday. Sunday, of course, in the morning, we have the Knoxville Marathon, but it's going to be awfully cold, I think frosty as well, on, say, Sunday morning. Now, the future rainfall, I talked about the amounts could vary. Some new data just trickling in to suggest that we will find, I'd say, half inch to an inch. But you'll notice the inches, 1.1 in Wartburg, a little more than an inch in Crossville, is primarily in the plateau. It may be weaker by the time it gets to Newport, where it's struggling to get to a half inch. But generally, a half inch to an inch, I think, is reasonable to expect. Storm Prediction Center, I want to show you lots of colors. The red one, we have that on this next map I'll show you. That's widespread severe storms, likely, and a possible tornado outbreak in spots. Numerous is orange. That's not a good color on this particular type of legend. Scattered severe storms in yellow, and then the isolated in green. Look at all the color. I mean, we have it's like an ink blot. We've got two areas of concern, but this really is from about Dallas, Texas for isolated storms, and northward. Memphis is right in harm's way, potentially for some tornadoes, but also to the area. The hot spot would be Iowa City, Davenport, Cedar Rapids, and Clinton up there toward Illinois. Memphis, Olive Branch, Jonesboro, also another hot spot for possible tornadoes tomorrow. But by the time it gets here, it's whatever's left over, right? We have some nasty storms, scattered storms, perhaps in Cookeville in yellow. Murfreesboro is yellow, but Nashville's more of the orange color. So numerous storms that could be severe in the Nashville-Davidson County area. But you come back home and you'll notice that it actually expanded a little bit since last night. They have now including just a section, northwest sections of Anderson County, all of Morgan now. Wartburg was included, but southern Morgan County now included, and Harriman is now included, as well as probably Kingston, under the scattered severe risk. It's isolated, level 1 in dark green, so Knoxville, Maryville, Corrigan, Tazewell all have a chance for some strong to isolated severe storms. And this is what we'll be watching. Again, it's coming in the wee hours of the morning. Tornado risk, I mentioned, it's going to be very high. If this lines up, you've got 2% in green, 5% in brown, 15% in Memphis, and that should be 15% in red up toward Iowa, too. That was a modification the Storm Prediction Center made. So now they've got 15% in two areas of red. So we could see two areas of hot spots for tornado risk and a 2% chance in the plateau. It's not zero, but a spin up associated with these storms could create some problems west of I-75. But don't be surprised, even the straight line winds can take out power. You don't need a tornado to have some damage. Futurecast shows this warm front lifting north toward Charleston. A couple of showers greet you first thing tomorrow, like so. It's like, wow, I didn't know that was going to be here so quickly. We'll get some rain in the morning, and it'll ebb and flow. There's 5 o'clock. You say, is that it? That must be it. I'm not getting any more rain. Well, wait till the evening. Wait till the cold front comes to town, because that line right there will mean some business in the early hours of your Saturday morning. But then once it moves away, the winds kick back in for the afternoon, and so it goes. But I think it's cold enough. Yeah, look, a few flurries in the Tri-Cities and maybe West Virginia at 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So Sunday, I think we are frosty as winds drop off. Frosty enough that you'll see your breath for Knoxville Marathon runners. Temperatures around 36 degrees as they start that race at 7:30 Sunday morning. And then possibly a couple of showers to the south. On Monday, I think we're probably more sun-filled on Monday based on different data that I look at. Valley Planner, by the way, down to about 47 overnight. Average low is 44 for this time of year. That's the next 12 hours. A low about 46 for La Follette. Clearly not as cold as it was this morning or the morning before. 45 in Newport, 49 Crossville, Maryville, Alcoa about 49. Tonight we're down to about 47. Be mostly clear for the evening. We'll leave those clouds to increase late and even by sunrise. Rain showers should be on the move with light and variable winds. Friday, 67. Many of us will be in the mid to upper 60s. Rain showers on the move, but not all day. I have a 60% chance of rain tomorrow, and winds pick up southwest 5 to 10 miles per hour. So winds don't even really get underway, possibly until about 11 o'clock tomorrow night. 69 in Newport, 73 New Tellico Plains, 67 Kingston, Harriman, and mid to upper 60s for Middlesboro, La Follette, and Oneida, about 68 degrees for your Friday. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville, East Tennessee. Showers to storms eventually by Friday night. Strong to severe storms early in the wee hours of your Saturday. 74 Saturday. Afternoon gusts come back 45 to 50. We could have those types of winds when the storms roll in. That's just part of the equation, and they'll also associated with the front. But 63 cooler degrees Sunday, after starting off frosty at 36. And then mostly sunny as I see it on Monday, before we're back in the upper 70s come Tuesday of next week. So up and down we go for sure. Keep track of it all using the Captain Accurate weather app with Pete Michaels Traffic. It's free. Also works on your iPad. But go to the App Store, Google Play, and search the 2 words Captain Accurate. It'll populate on your phone. Anyway, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.